The Philadelphia 76ers will go into TD Garden to face the Boston Celtics in what could be a precursor to a very good NBA playoff matchup. Can the Sixers redeem themselves after taking an L in the season opener?
They would want to. Absolutely. They need to. Yes. This is game two. It is going to be a test of their will when they do. Yes. And I think the Boston Celtics, where they are right now, is a strong possibility. I mean, their last 10, but they're 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Boston Celtics appear to be going through a lull right now, and the standings are so tight. The Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks are the biggest threats to the 76ers as I see it in the Eastern Conference right now when we're talking about the 76ers. And I think that if the Sixers were going to go in and get one, get the gotcha, it's going to be this game coming up. Yes.
hmm I think the Sixers are playing with an edge right now. Joel Embiid should have been a starter in the All Star game. James Harden didn't even make it, so they're playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. And then let me just say that Maxey has found his groove. At least Doc Rivers has allowed him to get going on the offensive end, and that's what they need. I've been saying that for a long time. So now you got a three-headed monster in Philadelphia, and
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
think the Sixers can get one. I really do.
And they're pretty healthy too. So that's also to their benefit. If I think about what Boston will be up against, Marcus Smart, he may be questionable. He may not even be
Yeah.
playing, right? And then they have Luke Cornett that's on day to day, so he may not even be playing. And I don't even know if Time Lord will be, at full strength when they play the Sixers in their next matchup. So yeah, the Boston Celtics are they're a tad bit unhealthy, and the Sixers is looking strong. So yeah, this is the
Mhm.
time to come in and win. Totally.
Yeah, well, the Celtics outscored the Sixers in their very first matchup. The Sixers shot 13 for 34, 38% from three-point range. Joel Embiid had a pretty good game, but he had 6 turnovers. The team as a whole had 14 turnovers. But if the Sixers can just take care of the basketball,
Hmm.
and limit the transition points, what I think the Sixers can definitely get this win because, as you mentioned, the Boston Celtics are kind of on the ropes right now.
Yeah. In that first matchup, if you remember, the bench for Boston really helped push the win for them overall because what the bench scored with 34 points, and then the Sixers bench scored 11. So when you got bench support that can help you get wins, that's huge. I think that the Sixers are better suited now than they were at the top of the season because again, health is one thing, and hopefully I hear that Joel Embiid may be going through some type of foot injury. Maybe that
Hmm
could be a concern, but I'm quite sure he'll be suiting up
Oh
for this
yeah.
game against Boston. It is important that he shows up, right? And so I think that, and then with Maxi coming off the bench, I just think that they are better suited right now in the season, considering that the Sixers are 9-1 in their last 10, and Boston is 6-4. And I just don't know. And considering when you talk about All Star, we do have there two. Boston got two All Stars, right?
hmm
Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, and Joel Embiid, the lone star from the Sixers. So yeah, I get it. It's like let me show you y'all, and James Harden's gonna say, "Watch this."
Yeah, he is. He
He
is.
has to. So the Sixers have to win this matchup. In 2022, they split the series anyway. So I don't see this season being any different between Boston and the Sixers, where they will probably end up splitting the series because they play 4 games each. I cannot wait to see the bang up and the post up between Joel Embiid and Robert Williams III. I
Oh,
can't wait to see. I can't wait
oh,
to see it.
oh.
I can't wait to see it. I just can't wait to see it.
Jason and Jalen each scored 35 points in their first matchup. Now, how you gonna have two players getting 70 points?
It's possible. It's possible. I think they recently did 65, where they did 33 each. They've done it multiple times this season, right? But again, with Marcus Smart not being on the court, it's
Yeah.
huge for them, especially when
Yes.
we're talking about defense. Marcus Smart is that. Well, you do know wins and losses at this stage of the season can be very critical to who's going to be number one, number two, and number three when we're talking about game by game. And so I think that the Celtics and the Sixers are at a stage right now that any game they win is just them being closer to either maintaining the number one spot from the Boston Celtics or the Sixers acquiring the number one spot. and they still got the Bucks sitting right there up in the middle. So, it's really critical how they handle the next games from now until the end of the season, depending on where they want to be in the standings. So, yeah.